Congratulations. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
How's it feel?
Feels great. We're very relieved. We've been lying and giving misinformation to our kids for about 7-8 months now, and they were very confused. So we're glad that we had got to be able to celebrate with them last night.
So kind of give us some behind the scenes baseball here. We all watched you win, run through the smoke Wednesday night. How long ago did that actually happen, and how long were you guys away for that second half after the pandemic?
The run through the smoke happened October 6th of 2021. And we were gone for shooting that part for 24 days. So we left middle September.
And that was 19 months after we left at the end of the first run, when we got stuck in Scotland and COVID was literally coming across Europe.
Yeah.
So that was, the entire thing spanned over 2 years.
Yeah.
I bet you guys are just exhausted, right?
Well, it is occupied. No. It is. The Amazing Race has occupied our brain for more than 2 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years now, because, from getting the call, and your training and your prepping, and then, the stop down. So it has occupied a chunk of our brain for 2.5 years. Like, what are we going to do now? Like, what are we going to, what are we going to think about? Like, we should probably, I don't know. Maybe I might renovate something.
Maybe I'll stop leaving my coffee mugs on top of the car, because I won't have so many things that I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Well, you've got plenty of money to buy new coffee mugs.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Has the money hit the bank account yet? And what are you guys going to do with it?
No, Uncle Sam. And college. Those are the three things. And then we have some sharing plans as well. We can't really reveal yet about sharing that money, that we'll be able to talk about soon.
So funny, because let me tell you, this is a life-changing amount of money. Even after Uncle Sam's cut, the fact that our kids, and we have plans to share, but the fact that our kids are going to get a chunk of money to go to college, that's generationally, that's going to help our family. So just for them to not have that burden that's a lifestyle change.
I hope it's okay, Wes, if I'm not going to be rolling around in a Bugatti now. So
no, but other than that, our life after college, our plans to share it and taxes, we're not getting new cars. Our life, you're not going to, we're going around.
I need to fix the dent. Because I've been so stressed out. I backed into her car at 1/10 of a mile an hour. So we're going to fix Kim's car.
We're going to fix my car, not a new car.
No,
so
we're going to fix her car.
We're still going to see you at the Dollar Tree, it sounds like.
No, you're still going to, I'm rolling through the teeter, the produce sales section. So
$3.99 chicken.
Yeah.
Special.
So getting the rotisserie chicken special. So life isn't going to change too much.
Well, I have to tell you, I watched the video that y'all put out this morning, the really long one, and I just teared up at the end when the kids saw you guys. I was like, they're so happy and so proud of you guys. I mean, did that get you?
It got me in the feels, that's for sure.
Wes knows what it's like to have a 15-year-old daughter. And if you can have a 15-year-old daughter who's actually proud of you, it's pretty awesome. And also our son, our son started tearing up. And I mean, what great empathy, and what a good heart he's got, that he was so happy for us that he cried.
Yeah.
And Angela's there too, with her daughter. We were on pins and needles back here at the station. I know all the Triangle is just so proud and excited for you guys. We felt the tension running through those last few things in Los Angeles, and the relief and the disbelief you guys had running through the smoke. Is that what you were really feeling?
I still, how in college, do you ever still have those dreams to actually know you actually failed that class and
you're 15 credits short.
You actually didn't pass, didn't graduate from college.
Yeah.
It still feels like Phil's going to be like, hey, you know what? We actually saw the challenge and you didn't do it right.
Hey, during your press interview, you said something that broke our NDA. So we're not going to give you the check.
Yes.
It's not over yet.
So it still doesn't feel real. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure we did that? Are you sure? I think I'm sure, but are you sure?
I will never forget that moment. I remember the temperature of the fog that we went through was cold, and then the warm sun on the field. And then I remember everyone's face when we got through. I remember finding your hand. I remember not being able to get my backpack off. I remember I don't remember my voice being that high pitched.
So high pitched, both of us.
I sounded like Howard Dean when I went through the tunnel. But it was a euphoria that I don't think I'll ever experience again. And like the fact that it's on camera is kind of cool. So I can at least remember how it happened.
I was running through I had to get up and walk because I was so nervous.
Oh,
when you guys got to LA, I was like, okay, they got to do this. Like they can do this. And then the girls were ahead of you. And I was like, oh no, this can't happen. I was hyperventilating. So, before we let you go, I called my mom and accidentally spoiled the show to her. And she's so angry at me, but she wanted me to tell you guys how much she loves you. And then Kim, she said, you seem like the most down to earth, genuine person she has ever met. And she loves the way you just speak your mind. And that's a lot coming from my mama, trust me.
Well, I mean, it's a reality show at the end of the day, and I just don't have a different way of being. Like, I just don't have another filter. Yeah. So this is it. This is what you get.
She always tells me that she's run out of bleeps to give.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best parts about my wife. I mean, there's a lot of great parts about my wife. She was the most extraordinary partner, maybe in the history of the race. I think she was underestimated because she's a middle-aged woman. I'm not lying about that.
Well, I am a middle-aged woman, and people write off middle-aged women. Even I have to say, as a couple, at that point, we had been like the most consistent team, but everybody was afraid of Ryan and Dusty. They are amazing. They're smart and they're good at everything, but nobody was really afraid of us.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you about that because the girls made the comment that they didn't want to offend mom and dad there at the end.
Yeah.
And the guys made sure to congratulate the oldest couple to ever win.
Yeah.
Was that a motivating factor? You guys being slightly older?
I think that, when it comes to being middle-aged parents, things aren't, the ads aren't targeting us. The things that Instagram's selling, they aren't for us. I think, you get to be middle-aged parents, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
According to the world of like marketing and content. So I just felt like if we can show people that there is life after 45 and really cool things can happen. I would be thrilled with that.
I went to the doctor last year before we went on the race. I was checking on my knee, and the doctor was like, well, it's just how your crappy knee is going to be until you and your crappy knee die. And, that's just what happens when you get older. So if you can just say, I got a little bit of fight left in me, when you know that the warranty has worn off on the car that is your body, to be able to beat some young whippersnappers, that was an extra motivator for sure, Wes.
Yeah.
We're proud of you guys. You got your next people. Let us know when you're back in Raleigh. We would love to have you guys in.
Okay, great. Love seeing you guys.
You too. Bye.
Congratulations. Great to see you guys.
Bye.